If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any cheap PC games, use the referral link in the description. It will take you over to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods, and if you use the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again, and welcome to episode number 12 of the Career Mode RTG here on FIFA 16. The return to glory with Nottingham Forest continues with a home game against Charlton Athletic. They're kind of a mid-table team, you'd have said, Charlton. They spent a few years down in League One, after obviously being in the Premier League a few years prior to that. So they went on a bit of a downfall and have half recovered to being in the Championship, but they haven't really threatened to get themselves back into the Premier League any time recently. But they've got the guy up top, Razor, is it Gushinayahad? I don't know. I'm going to call him Razor. Just going to call him Razor for the sake of the commentary. But they've got him up top, who actually is a half-decent striker, but we're going to have the first chance of the game thanks to Chris Burke, but it was deflected from the corner and went straight down the throat of the goalkeeper. Then it was Charlton's turn to come forward. Jackson into the box, cleared away only as far as Cousins on the edge, then into Razor. He gets a great turn on it, actually, and a decent shot that's well saved smartly by Doris de Vries at his near post to push it around the corner for a corner, which, unfortunately for Charlton, came to no fruition. Jackson, though, down the line towards Mackinock here on the left-hand side. He's a tall, physical player. You can see he's quite a lot bigger than the rest of my defenders, but he puts in a great cross to the smaller Razor in the middle, and he makes it 1-0. So fair play. Charlton had the better of the chances and now had themselves a goal as well. We're on the back foot here at home. We obviously got a rather poor defeat a couple of episodes ago against Preston North End, but bounced back in the last episode, trying to make sure that we don't fall back into the habit of that game against Preston, or let it become a habit by conceding a handful of goals in another game. It's only happened once so far this year. Jordan Ibe goes on a brilliant run here, and he finishes it off as well. Wonderful run from the youngster, cutting in from the left, drives inside on that right foot and buries it in the bottom corner to bring us back level before the half-time whistle came. Into the second half we go. It's a pretty slow half, to be fair. You can see there's only 15 minutes left by the time we make this triple change to hopefully liven things up for the last few moments to see if we could actually grind out a winner. We switched Ali Adnan onto the right-hand side of midfield, brought on Joe Gomez at left-back. As you can see, Bashali there trying to close down the defender, but he gets in a good cross. Strong header from Mackinock, but unfortunately for him, or Mackinock, not able to get it past the goalkeeper. It was a strong header, but you don't really fancy anyone's chances really from scoring a header from the edge of the box. But we come so close to getting the most fluky of winners there, as the keeper's first touch bounces up off his foot and then off the underside of his thigh and out for a corner. Sadly, nothing came from it. Nelson Oliveira, though, had a shot well blocked by Bartley here before it's picked up again by Ali Adnan down the right. Obviously going to turn inside onto his left foot every time. Tries to get a flick on from Nelson Oliveira there, but he couldn't get on the end of it, and the defender was able to knock it out for a corner. So we'll take the set piece with a handful of minutes left, 3 in fact, trying to get ourselves a winner here. Michael Mancian wins the header, but it's a tame one. It's a simple save for Henderson, and we get a 1-1 draw there thanks to Jordan Ibe's equaliser at the end of the first half. So I was slightly disappointed with that. I wanted to go into this next game, which is arguably one of the biggest of the season. Derby County away from home. Massive rivalry between Nottingham Forest and Derby. They're obviously two cities that are quite close to each other, and there's a lot of history there with regards to Brian Clough as well, which is obviously where we got the idea for this series from, with the return to glory and the antics and the success that Brian Clough had with Nottingham Forest. He did manage both sides, so there is a lot of history between these two. It is quite a fierce derby, and we'll try and get the better of it here against Derby. It's always weird when you play the Derby against Derby, but anyway, we'll start our strongest 11. As you can see, Ibe, Sanchez, Lansbury, Burke, Oliveira and Assombalonga as my front 6. Bashali, though, continuing at centre-back alongside Jack Hobbs, and will hopefully not have too much to worry about defensively. Jordan Ibe's been a fantastic addition to the side. He's going on another brilliant run here. Sadly, he can't finish it off. That would have been incredible if he could have done. I would have been absolutely delighted if Jordan Ibe could have scored 2 incredible solo efforts in one episode. That would have been brilliant, but sadly not to be this time around. Mancian coming down the right-hand side now into Chris Burke. Going to turn inside and look for a cross. But before he's able to do so, he gets completely annihilated from behind from the defender. A stone wall penalty. You can see the defender hanging his head in shame there. He knows he's given away. A clear-cut stone waller there. Henry Lansbury's going to step up. Hasn't missed from the penalty spot for us yet this season and continues that 100% record, giving us a 1-0 lead after half an hour. Celebrates right in front of the Derby fans as well. Ran over, arms wide, just taking the piss, really. That was what I wanted to do. You always got to try and rile up the away fans when you're in a local derby like this. They came forward, though. It kind of spurred them into life. And Dawkins across to Martin, I think it was, that had the initial shot. And then Bryson, his follow-up effort went out for a throw-in. Not the most impressive of chances. This one, though, very good. And we get a stroke of luck, actually, that it comes back off the bar and then off the goalkeeper. Could have gone back into the goal for an own goal from Doris de Vries, but luckily for me, it bounced down and went straight back out of the box. Another really fortunate moment for us there as Eric Lehigh clearly fouls their man in the box. 2 Stonewall penalties, 1 given to us, 1 not given to our opposition. We get close to a second goal there as the shot is well saved. Henry Lansbury's going to take the second corner, punch clear by Scott Carson. I just want to make sure they don't catch me on the counter-attack here with Darren Bent. Lehigh tidies up nicely, work it back in towards goal, and Henry Lansbury receives the ball here. Heavy first touch, which takes him away, but really nice intricate pass into Nelson Oliveira, and how's that for a finish? Gets to turn, surprises the goalkeeper with an early shot, and it's extremely well placed as well into the bottom corner, this time celebrating in front of the away fans. We're 2-0 up at Pride Park. Exactly what we wanted from this game. Lansbury again finds Renato Sanchez, this time into a Sombalonga, opens up the face of his foot to try and whip it into the far corner. Can't do so, and Oliveira can't keep it in either. But it doesn't matter. We get a win from the biggest game of the season, Derby County away from home. Forest 2, Derby 0, and I'm ridiculously pleased with that result as well. Hopefully that will shut some of the Derby fans up that have been just giving it mouth in every single comment section of this series so far. So definitely some bitter Derby fans out there. But anyway, we'll move on to the next game, which is going to be a big test. Unfortunately, it came just 3 days after the Derby game, so I had to play a bit of a rotation side, but it's easily, hands down, the toughest game of the season so far against a strong Newcastle team. They are putting out a first team here with a similar formation to us in a 4-4-2 in the Capital One Cup. I can't remember which round this is. I think it's the 5th? Maybe even the quarterfinals of the Capital One Cup. But it's definitely not going to be an easy tie. And Ebesilio draws a good save out of Tim Krul to start things off, though. We're starting on the front foot, as I might like to do so, on the back of a big morale-boosting Derby win. Tim Krul, though, with a simple save from the follow-up effort from the corner. We're continuing to be on top, though, in the opening stages. Joe Gomez gets it into Chris Cohen. Out wide to Sam Byron, pushing forward from right back to Tyler Walker. He gets a good turn, actually, as Chris Cohen draws the defender away. And it's another smart save this time from Tim Krul to push it out for another corner, which sadly nothing came from. Then it was Newcastle's turn to have a chance of their own. Haidara down the line towards Johan Gouffran. They linked up quite nicely actually throughout the game, Haidara and Gouffran. Haidara in the boxes, going to turn inside Kelvin Wilson, squares the ball across, and Iosi Perez with just a reaction header. He fired that in the cross, but it was brilliant reactions from the Spaniard in at the near post to give Newcastle a 1-0 lead. Really disappointed with that, but it was a brilliant turn inside and a brilliant run as well. Iosi Perez on the ball again. Kelvin Wilson for a second time just getting completely turned, and there is just a moment of pure quality from Iosi Perez. That is world class, absolutely world class. Sends the defender on the most ridiculous of runs, takes him one way, turns, takes him the other way, turns again, turns inside a second defender, and then just lets flow. One turn on Kelvin Wilson, 2 turns on Kelvin Wilson, just sets himself up, and then a gorgeous finesse shot in off the post. That's the just moment of quality that is the difference so far between where we are as a promotion-chasing championship side and where Newcastle are as arguably in real life they should be a mid-table to top half side, and so far in FIFA they do that. In real life they haven't, but in FIFA terms, especially with the side they're putting out against us here, you would expect them to come through with a victory, and so far they've showed the quality that might get them a victory, but not if we have anything to say about it ourselves with the last few moments of the game. 65 minutes in, we get one back through Maxwell Cornet, but that was all that we were going to be able to do. They've firmed up at the back. Newcastle United, thanks to an Iosi Perry brace, get themselves a 2-1 scoreline to get themselves through to the next round of the Capital One Cup. Next up, we have games against Bolton Wanderers and Leeds, who, as you'll be able to see in a moment, sit in the bottom 2. We're second in the league now, thanks to some very good domestic form when it comes to the league football, but Leeds are bottom of the table and Bolton are 23rd. Bolton are down there in real life anyway, but Leeds, bottom of the table. Never would have expected that at the beginning of this series, as we saw Ipswich down there with them earlier on in the season, and we mentioned that we expected both to rise up the table. Ipswich have, Leeds have gone even further down, rock bottom, and we play 23rd and 24th place sides in the next episode, so hopefully we can pick up 3 points. That's the, Go away, there we go. That will hopefully give us the chance to get another 6 points and close the gap to Hull City, who were running away with it so far. First side really to actually create a gap at the top, and they're having a very, very good season. 10 wins from the opening 15 games, really good form from them. But that's going to be all for today. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, of course, and subscribe if you haven't already. Check the channel page for anything you may have missed over the past few days, whether it be this series, the My Player series, or the Valencia Career Mode series as well. All the links to social media and the No AD merchandise store on your screen right now. That's all from me. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.